Faggots.
1 minute in.
Don't be gay.
Not even a
Not
minute.
even a minute
Don't be
in.
gay, Phantom.
Not even 10 seconds in.
Hello, everybody. It's Sunday. You know what that means. It's another exciting episode of Matinee with the homies, and we're going to be talking about the most ickiest genre ever, love stories. In my opinion, I'm not a big love stories type of guy, but there are some movies in there I do like. So let's go around the horn and Atomic Babyface. How you doing?
Yeah. It's fucking gonna be fun to be here. I'm gonna think I don't know much about romance movies. I'm not an expert on them. I watched like fucking 10 of them in my lifetime that I can remember. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna, shit on Ronan because he's a bitch.
Damn.
Ronan the
my
Rage
turn?
Quitter. Faggot, how you doing?
Well, I was having a nice day until I showed up with you assholes here. But anyways, hello everybody. Y'all know who I am. I'm Ronan the Crusader, and yes, my sad sorry ass, my sad sorry lonely ass is joining the rest of these sad sorry lonely asses talking about romance movies because we got no women on this. So yeah, let's do it. Have a nice sausage party talking about these movies.
Well, going off that, for everybody watching, anybody watching, I am the romance guy for the homies. I'm the only one of these three assholes that has a heart.
Yeah,
that
the
actually
M
cares
the M
about-
on his mask stands for Master Romance.
It stands for marriage, but I'm divorced, so maybe it didn't. Anyway, I'm the one that probably will be this will be my show, let's be honest, because I'm the one that watches romance movies. I've watched rom-coms since I was a kid. I've enjoyed them through the years. Yeah, some of them are cheesy. Yeah, some of the tropes go on, but I myself have just really come across like the stories between guys and girls. Yes, because I'm straight. There's some, there's some
sure about that?
here and there that I'll say that in the gay, lesbian, whatever community that I do enjoy, and we'll talk about those maybe in here. But most of the time, it's just the rom coms from the '90s, the dramas and stuff from the 2000s and stuff. That's my cup of tea. Like this is, like I said to them, this is basically my show to discuss this stuff because we won't be talking about other than that. I tried to get some ladies on here, but I had to deal with this long-haired asshole, that bearded asshole, wrong way, and that baby-faced asshole. So
I'm at least 14 now instead of 12.
So starting off here, I'm going to ask this question, which it might be a stupid question to ask, but y'all may have different answers. What romance, rom-com, drama, romance drama, TV show even, did y'all connect with, or did y'all get where y'all was like, romance is interesting? Atomic, you said you had one, so go ahead and start with you.
Well, there's three freaking romance movies I remember watching. One, it was like kind of my family watched the movie Life as We Know It. And it's about like two friends who kind of are put together when this child's parents die in a car crash, and they kind of slowly fall in love as they're kind of taking care of this child now, who is I think the woman's sister was the one who's
Is that the one
like,
where her sister was sleeping with her best friend's husband?
No.
They were having an affair and they died in a car crash? Because I think I've seen this.
Think so. I'm pulling up right now. So
Life as We Know it's a
Josh Duhamel on it.
Yeah, Josh Duhamel and who's the girl?
I literally just saw her name.
God, I forgot her name too. But it's
Catherine Heigl, I think.
Yeah.
Heigl?
Yeah,
Heigl, yeah.
That's the one I was thinking of.
They died in a car crash? I don't remember.
No.
Well, I remember there's one. There's a premise of it where the girl's sister was sleeping with her husband, was having an affair with her husband.
That's a different one. So what happened in this one was her sister and her sister's husband died in a car crash. This is her niece technically, I believe, was they were related, and then these two are exes, and they are kind of fall in love again, and while taking care of the child.
Just
But
real
that's
quick,
the
is that how you pronounce his last name? Dumal?
Dumail is what I think they call him, but it could be
Okay.
either way. Like, there's never officially. Like,
I've heard people
Dumal,
pronounce it
Dumail.
multiple ways.
Because I always pronounce it
Mr.
either
Fergie.
I always pronounce
Mr.
it as either
Fergie.
Duhamel or Duamel.
The military
No,
guy
it's-
from
it's-
Transformers.
No,
Dumail
I
or
know
Dumail.
that's who he is.
No,
It's
get it
two,
right.
two.
It's Mr. Fergie because he's married to Fergie.
No, but so yeah, this was one of the first ones I really remember, and I mean, I also watched, like, because it was a big thing. Like my mother, my sister loves it. Mamma Mia, which that's a heavily romance movie, and I don't like watching it, but it's
Well, I would
there.
say the first one's a romance as much as the second one is. The first one's just about.
Yeah, I don't remember the second one. Like
it was not good, but it was more romance than this one was.
But no, and then there's that, and then another one which everyone talks about, Princess Bride, which is an amazing movie. It's got everything for anyone, and yeah, and that one, and fucking there's another one I can't remember right now, but it's been a few. There's been a few I remember watching, and they're good.
But I can't remember one. Way to get the podcast there. It's okay though. Ronan,
hey, we all have faulty memories sometimes.
My film, like, just in terms of like romantic films that actually caught my attention and started making me think, hey, maybe some of these like romance type of films might have something worth my attention. Probably, and I know you're not gonna like hearing this, Campy, because I know how much you don't like Ryan Reynolds, but it's gonna be Just Friends, to be honest.
I was okay with Just Friends
because I grew up watching that one a lot. That was mostly because of my.
Who said I dislike Ryan Reynolds? Where did that come from?
I thought that was you that said that.
No, that wasn't me. I love Ryan Reynolds.
Who here said that they didn't like Ryan Reynolds then?
Maybe it was one of the other guys or something. I don't know.
That might be the case. Okay, well, anyways, then.
Ronda's a little confused.
Let me retract that then. I thought somebody in the homies didn't like Ryan Reynolds for some reason. But anyways, yes, Just Friends. I enjoy it because it's funny. Ryan Reynolds is pretty good in that one because he starts off as like just a little fat kid in high school and then grows up, has the same kind of like mindset. I'll say a lot of us, not all of us, but a lot of us, once we're out of high school, we think we're gonna get big and nicer looking, more attractive, all that kind of stuff, which he did. But then he goes back to his hometown and he's got to basically reconnect with everybody there again. Reconnects with the one chick that he liked in high school. He thinks he has a chance, but then he's like, "Oh, I can't ruin it because we're still in the friend zone." It's the will they or won't they kind of dynamic, but there's a lot of comedy mixed in between. I'm like, I enjoy this. I really do like this. It's fun. That one, and then there, like, as time went on, I just started watching a bunch of other films. I was like, okay, you know what? Romance has its place in film. There's some plenty good stories.
That's what I was reading.
About him having a match later. I'll buy a ticket for that. Oh man,
we'll lose it. Just Friends. Yeah, I think it was a decent movie. It wasn't like, it's not one you talk about like nowadays, like they do some of the
I don't think I've seen that one though.
Cute. It's a decent movie. Ryan Reynolds does like some of these rom-coms with Ryan Reynolds, like Just Friends, definitely Maybe. Like, they're not good movies, I'll be honest. Even liking the movies, they're not that great movies, but he is so charismatic that he kind of keeps you through the movie. Right, exactly. And plus, Anna Faris is absolutely hilarious as like the pop star that she plays as. She's crazy. Yeah, absolute crazy batshit woman, but it's funny as hell. Well, Isla Fisher in what's the one? Wedding Crashers. Yeah, and she was in Definitely Maybe with Ryan Reynolds, and their dynamic was just hilarious because she's a crazy person, he is, so it worked out.
We're having a WWE moment in the chat.
You damn right. You got all the Irish. Yeah. I'm a trained 13-year wrestling veteran, so wrestling high school and WWE.
He's got expertise with wrestling with men.
But and what was that the one you're gonna bring up, or you got another one, Ron?
No, it was that one mostly. But like, well, I'll do a special mention, but we can talk about it later when we get to the one question. But Night and Day as well. But we'll leave it there for now. Night and Day is a lot of fun.
Phantom, what about you? Is there anyone that like certain somebody didn't ruin for you?
Well, like for me, like you guys know, I'm more of the sci-fi fantasy nut when it comes to the group. For me, probably like one of my first, I guess, romantic film esque. Um, you know, I would have to say is Barbarella with
Barbarella.
yeah, Barbarella. But if you want to talk like a full like love story, like Fire and Ice, the animated movie Fire and Ice
Yeah.
was had romance in it, and then you move to the 80s, it would have to be Princess Bride, Willow.
Willow. Oh, I forgot about
Hey,
Willow.
here's one.
Yeah.
Here's one that's probably gonna get a facepalm by Campia. 9.5 weeks.
I love that
9.5
movie. What are you
weeks.
talking-
I
Oh,
love that. I love that fucking movie.
that's a
Mickey
great
Rourke was
movie.
so good in that movie. I fucking love Mickey Rourke. He's a fucking phenomenal actor. Looks like shit today, but he's a phenomenal actor.
Well, he looks
Um,
like shit not because of the drugs, because of what he put his body through. That's why he looks
yeah,
like shit.
the boxing and stuff.
Mhm.
Now, probably one of my favorite movies that has a little bit like a love story to it is gonna be Krull. You know, the love story between Colin and Lissa in that movie. I mean, he literally travels a planet. He literally has to like risk his life to save the woman that he loves and saves his planet at the same time. That's a pretty good movie.
100%. Like it's a good action slash
Mm.
sci-fi slash romance.
And
Which
it's
will
got
bring-
everything. It's sword and sorcery. It's got a love story. It's got monsters. Technically, the beast is a kaiju in the movie. So yeah, those
Hey,
movies
Angela.
are really
So it's
really
kind of
good.
it's kind of like Princess Bride, how it has everything that kind of appeals to.
Have you ever seen it, AP? Have you ever seen it?
I've not seen it.
I think we're doing Krull later in May or June. I think we're doing
Yeah,
Krull.
definitely watch partying that because that's it.
Absolutely, it looks good.
So it's actually like one of Liam Neeson's like early films
Mhm.
that he did.
Yeah, it's like
You
his
know,
second or
this-
third. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's right after Excalibur, and he did this one. This was in '83. It's a good movie. It's a real good movie.
And what about any TV shows between the three of y'all? Like that you can think of that you enjoyed?
That's a good one, NBC.
Well, the thing with me is, I mean, growing up, I wasn't like really big into like major like television shows and stuff. Me is mostly Saturday morning cartoons and stuff.
Yeah,
I
they didn't
wasn't-
really
I was-
focus. Like you could say He-Man and Tila were an item, but they weren't really in the
Yeah.
cartoon.
But if you want to think about like cartoon wise, I would have to say the Pirates of Dark Water because of the prince and the girl, the girl that had the magical powers. There was like hints of a love story that they just never flushed out, but it's there.
Well,
It
because
is
it's for
there.
kids. Kids didn't want to see the
Yeah.
mushy stuff. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
That's kind of the thing there.
A lot more kids love like high action and all that stuff that gets
Mhm.
flashy and all that. So
But
Right.
then
It's just like-
you could say like Brave Star, Marshall Brave Star and the female judge. They were an item without it being subtle. Voltron, you had Keith and Allura.
Yeah,
They were an item. I think the major one for me would have to be Robotech, the main character in the first season and the girl that sung all the time. There was sort of a love story, but ends up he leaves her and dates the girl that actually literally, she becomes the commander of the SDF-1 later on. And yeah, I mean, I'm just not really a big,
It's okay.
To me, it's girly. It's girly films. It's lovey dovey. And if you had an ex-wife like I did, she ruined a lot of movies for me, especially stuff like that. I mean, I love City of Angels. I used to love when Harry met Sally.
Hang
And
on.
she
What you
fucked me
just said
over
there.
on that
Let's
one.
let's go on that in just a second. What you just said
Yeah.
there, but
Yeah.
for me, like I told y'all, it was There were movies, there were shows and stuff like When Harry Met Sally was one I watched as a kid, and it was really surprisingly good.
You Got Mail. You Got Mail was a good one too.
I do not like You Got Mail. I'll explain that why in a little bit.
I fucking hate it now. I fucking hate it now. But
I hated it then.
Love that fucking movie.
But like I was talking to them, there's shows on there too that we've not talked about. Like I know everybody says One Tree Hill and like Seventh Heaven and stuff like that, but like Saved by the Bell was a great show. But it was the main story of that was Zach trying to get Kelly. The Zach and Kelly love relationship was a good thing in that. And I brought up
Tiffany Thiessen.
I brought up
that was my crush as a kid, was her. Fuck, I wanted to be Zach. I wanted to be Zach so fucking bad because
let's be honest. We all watch Showgirls because of Jesse Spano. But that was a good show. And like they don't watch romance. Like I said, I don't watch romance either. But like Dawson's Creek was, James Vanderbeek recently passed, and Dawson's Creek. Say what you want about that show, but it's a really good show about teen adolescence, and I enjoyed it immensely. But I didn't watch none of the like One Tree Hill, the Seventh Heaven stuff like that wasn't my jam either.
What like One Tree Hill and like the OC. The only things I liked about those shows were the soundtracks, were the music in the shows.
That's what a lot of romance has too. Like some of the songs that they use in these romance movies are bangers. Like say what you want about them, they're the what draw people in a lot of times.
Look at The Heights. Look at a fictional band that actually became a real band, and their biggest hit, one hit wonder, How You Talk to an Angel, that was featured in the fucking show.
Party of Five, yeah.
I think it's Campia. You mentioned
there was a spinoff of 90210.
Oh, so what now?
You mentioned romance shows. Castle it has romance in it. It's kind of about these two fall in love with and all that.
Oh,
and true. Then there's the one that everyone is like most people talk about. It's Outlander. It's a very popular show.
Farscape.
Farscape as well. And there's a lot of shows. You're right. There's a lot of shows that are
that have romance but are not focused on the romance. Yeah, and we'll get into that. We'll get into that. Yeah, well, how much about exactly? I'd say what you want. That's about him meeting his wife, even though they shit on the damn ending of that. But but you're right, 100%. Like it's about romance. But Phantom, going back to what you were saying, you talk about your ex-wife that ruined it for you a little bit. Like, do you think these romance movies and shows are set realistic goals, realistic standards, or do you think it's like they're wish fulfillment? What's your take on that?
For me, like there's like certain aspects that just would not happen in fucking reality. It's fucking make believe rainbows and unicorn land that you would get it like an experience in a fucking movie, because it's not gonna fucking happen. It's like you'll never some people might have like a thing like from Princess Bride, right? Princess Bride. But then it's like you're not gonna fucking find true love. That's like the biggest thing in these movies is true love. I've been with 4 women in my fucking life. Only 2 I thought were my true.
Anyway, go ahead, Phantom.
Oh shit! Okay,
I was waiting for it.
But for me, it's like I've never had like a situation where like I'm trying to think of a movie where like she's all that, right? You got the college jocks, and they make a bet that he can make this girl beautiful and break her heart, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen that in reality. I've never known anybody that gone through that. And it's a lot of it's for theater, and a lot of it's just made up bullshit. To me, it's a lot of malarkey.
Well,
yes,
that's what
I
I'm
use
saying.
malarkey.
So you're saying it's making women think this is going to happen when it's not. Like, let's be honest.
Fuck
these
off.
movies are like, think of a lot of the ones from the 90s, for the 80s even. Like, there is not attractive people in these movies. I mean, unattractive people. Like,
No.
everybody is some kind of model or some kind of dancer or some kind of something
Yeah.
that has a decent
Right.
body. Like, there's always
Okay.
the one token fat
Here's
guy or
one.
some fucking fat girl, but it's rare.
The only movie, fuck you. The only movie that could break the norms of this is Rhinestone with Dolly Parton and fucking
Oh,
Sylvester
God.
Stallone. It is a fucking love story, but it does break the norms because she's trying to get out of her contract. He's Joe Schmo off the street, but they do fall in love. You know what I mean?
I think another one that also breaks conventions too would be something like Shallow Hal, to be honest, because
Yeah,
you
I
got
was
Jack
just thinking
Black,
that
which-
one.
well, I'm
I
sure some
hate
people
that
like,
fucking movie.
Yeah, I
people
don't.
like,
Hilarious.
little fatty boys like Jack Black. And he makes up for it for his comedy, shall we say, his humor, right? And it's an acquired taste for some people. I like it, and he's not as overbearing as, say, his partner Kyle Gass, especially with like what they recently said. But again,
Yeah,
we don't need to go into the
yeah.
politics part. He is kind of funny. Like, I gotta admit, I kind of like Jack Black and like his humor and his comedy sometimes. Can it be a bit much in recent memory? It kind of is, but back in the day, he did seem a little controlled. Plus, the fact that they were kind of playing with the body
attractive
appearances
stereotype,
and
yeah,
attractiveness and whatnot, with Gwyneth Paltrow kind of going back and
Yeah.
forth with looking attractive and then literally running around in the bat suit that she was running around in. That's another film that breaks those kind of like conventions and breaks the stereotypes. It's good, but yes, the majority of these films tend to mainly be attractive, pretty characters, and
Meeting
not
other
everyone
pretty
is like
characters.
that.
Yeah.
But
Hollywood level
but-
of attractiveness, which is kind of pushed to the next level.
Right.
But
Go
the
ahead,
thing
man.
is, Shallow Hal is where it started to where they started saying, "Oh, plus size women is healthy." That's where that started after that movie. That the whole campaign about how big women are healthy and it's beautiful to be that big and stuff. That's where that started.
Yeah,
was because of that movie.
I feel like I agree with you, but I feel like that's also was just the premise of the movie. I feel like that was before the fat is beautiful movement happened. That may be
right.
Gwyneth Paltrow
is gorgeous.
A very beautiful woman, skinny woman, literally ran around in a fucking fat suit. And hey, don't take it wrong. I love a woman with a little meat on the bone, but not fucking Goliath. I
Not
like to have a
Gorlock the
girl
Destroyer,
Well,
that
that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. That's what I was gonna say to Ronan. Like, you talked
Yeah.
about you're talking about Jack Black being the leading man in that. It's like, yeah, women enjoy laughter. Women enjoy being a comedy. They enjoy a funny man for about a day or two.
Right.
For a second, I thought you were calling Ronan a fat woman.
No, that's above us.
I mean, we do deal with women all the time. I mean, just look at Sophie.
According to Comics Daddy, there's a fat lesbian up here.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
right.
lesbian.
But like I was saying though, like women might enjoy Jack Black on a short basis, or men like that. Like, oh, he made me laugh. He's so funny, ha ha ha. But 90% of the time, Mr. Chad over here is going to get the girl in the end. Like, he's funny. Yeah, he might have this or that. He might have money,
but they'll go after the bad boy.
Look at that guy.
It's like this. A guy like me,
which we're the
would
same way,
never get a girl. Unless it's a fucking miracle by God. I wouldn't get a woman like Gwyneth Paltrow,
100%,
or fucking Jessica Alba, or fucking Sini Sweeney. I wouldn't be that fucking lucky.
Not a chance.
I wouldn't be that fucking
One
lucky.
can dream.
This dude down right here. This dude down here. He's literally beating the pussy away from him because he can get more pussy than any one of us on this fucking stream. Just saying.
Not to go into so much
I'll tell you
detail,
something.
but
He's not that attractive.
It's the mystery. That's why. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, mystery my fucking ass.
It's
Who
like
is
I have
this
to wear
man?
they make me
But-
wear the mask every time.
We gotta
No,
hide it.
they're just
Otherwise,
like
you end
they're
up
just
getting
like
all
we
the
don't
No,
want to
this
see
is
that.
not a
Like,
Gimp mask. Whoever said
But
that.
but at the end of the day, these movies set a high bar that a lot of people look at and they try to strive to get, and the reason why a lot of people like these movies, but a lot of people like used to like them and don't like them anymore because they know it's bullshit.
Well,
It's just straight up bullshit.
yeah,
fantasies.
These movies are
Yeah.
escapism. Escapism
Yes.
is
Yeah.
the exact term. Like
Yeah,
these are not what you're gonna get in real life, but you can wish for it. Like wish fulfillment. That's what I said earlier. It's like these.
oftentimes it is heartwarming stuff. It's stuff that makes you feel good. It's like, oh, this is a nice story and all that, but it's also like it's played up a lot because like there are like so many instances where shit can go wrong in real life and all that, and a lot of these don't explore that. They're like, oh, well, look at this good happy couple.
Well, I mean, you're
it's
right.
like the
Oh,
good
go ahead.
guy, the good guys finish
fuck you,
last
Quintus.
trope in these movies, right?
I
A
said
lot of
you're
these
right.
movies have it where it's like, okay, here's a prime example: The Last American Virgin. This movie came out the mid yeah, right. This movie came out, I would say, in the mid 80s. And it's this dude that falls in love with this girl. She ends up getting pregnant by another guy.
Yep.
And it is a love story. It is a love story. It's coming
Coming of
adulthood,
age. Coming of age.
coming age story. And end up at the end of this dude literally helps this girl, pays for her abortion. He loves her. He takes care of her. And what does she do? She goes
leaves him
right
back.
back to the motherfucker that got her pregnant in the first fucking place. And pretty
Shocker.
much like, you can go fuck yourself.
That's a real
Now,
life movie.
And now there's another movie that came out, You Can't Buy Me Love, which
Mhm.
is a good fucking movie.
Patrick Dempsey.
And what I liked about that movie at the end of it, she realizes that the guy she wanted wasn't the guy she needed, and the guy that actually fucking loved her and actually was like there for her is the guy that she wanted to be with.
Agree and disagree for one reason. Patrick Dempsey is not an ugly gentleman. So I feel
No.
like she took the lesser of attractiveness, but he had the most potential over the other
But-
guy.
But also look at Pretty in Pink, right? Ducky. Look, I mean, Ducky was the right fit for her.
Poor
Ducky
John
was
Cryer.
the guy. She should have went with him. And who did she go with? The fucking jock that later on in her life fucking broke her heart and left her for another fucking woman. For Christ's sake.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like the realistic expectation versus what you get is what men as men
Accountability.
as men we understand like this is not real life, but women they make it the real life. They make it like this is what I expect from you. I expect
Okay,
Yeah, and
there's
a lot of women that
ring.
a lot of women
I
that do
expect
that,
the
a lot of women
high-rise.
there, and a lot of women that has that expectations are fucking psychopaths, thinking they're gonna fucking get it, and when they don't do
So-
it, they fucking bullshit.
Hi
on it.
Sophie in chat. I mean, oh my bad.
No. So there's that movie.
Oh,
I don't remember.
ex-wife, you stupid twat, waffle, fucking cunt, bitch.
So there's that movie that I think it was like Channing Tatum. It was like his wife gets into a car crash. She has like a concussion. She forgets their entire marriage, forgets him as a person, and then slowly starts like falling for another guy, while her husband has to kind of watch his wife fall for someone else. But
Wow,
And her
I know
parents,
I know
and her parents fucking hate him. And
Yeah,
they're
and they're
literally
working-
trying to push her to the other guy.
Yeah. But in the end, I believe in the end of the movie, like she does regain her memory and then like go back to him. But still, it's like very like
she had
shit
her
like that
cake
happened.
and ate it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's such a stupid freaking premise, man. And I love these movies, so this will show you. But going into that, like, let's talk about that then. Like, that's more modern than some of these like the 70s and 80s that we're talking about. Like, we're talking about most of the movies that are before like 2008 or something, 2010, because you don't get rom-coms or anything, or even romance movies like you used to. So, like,
Yeah.
why has the modern audience, romance
the modern
movies in
audience.
modern day, romance movies in modern day, why have they evolved, devolved? What's your opinion on that? And if you want to go into like relationship status stuff, like we can go into that here.
Here's I would like to start maybe. So I think there's some pretty good like 90s romance and early 2000s romance, but especially after like the whole Hollywood intimacy coordinator shit, it
Mhm.
seems like romance is kind of like
It's
gotten so much more
sterile.
cringy. Yeah, sterile, a lot less authentic, and it just feels and depth. And a lot of the romance nowadays that exists, it's just like, oh, here's like fucking just strip sex. Like
Dude,
watch
you
it.
get better.
Like 50
there's
Shades of Grey,
you
50 Shades of Grey, shit like that. It's just fucking. It's pretty much just porn.
There's
Dude.
an actual irony behind that because, like,
Yeah.
again, they're pushing a lot of the sex with it, but they're not pushing intimacy as well. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
like in how do I put it? In their quest to basically be more open and free spirited and try and present like the very physical aspects of it, they're completely erasing the more emotional and
The
mental
moral-
aspects
the
that
moral
come of it. The
aspect.
moral
They're
parts.
erasing
Like,
that connection, that connection there.
right,
But
right,
the thing,
exactly.
but the funny thing is, you get more relationship and fucking like 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 love story and fucking porn than you do in mainstream media these days, and that it's completely flipped the narrative to where more movies today are more modern movies are more softcore porn. And the porn industry is actually making better movies than the fucking shit we get in the mainstream.
Well,
Well, Phantom, I don't know which pornos you're watching, but
For real.
Well, I was gonna say, as Phantom, to your point, as someone who doesn't watch porn, wink. You're right. Like the movies now are about the sensationalism of the body over like the aspect of the heart, and it's like the modern audience, call it what you want. The modern people, women, mostly women, I'll say that. There's some men out there like that, but there's mostly women. It's about what can you do for me? What me, not us. Me. And the Hollywood has gone that aspect of strong woman doesn't need man, strong woman doesn't need this, doesn't need that, strong woman doesn't need anything. She's a Mary
Mhm.
Sue. And it's
Yeah.
like that makes that turns off a good
Well,
2/3 of the audience.
Well, also you got to remember that
Mhm.
more of the romantic movies nowadays cater to the blue hair, 500-pound land whales that fucking have pronouns in their bios, and they got fucking the nose piercing right here.
And they hate
Because-
men. And
and
they
they hate
hate
men.
It's not just that. It goes against the agendas they're pushing, because the romance is often like, well, this woman falls in love with this man and she ends up needing this man as much as this man needs her and all that, and they don't want that shit. They're like, no, like and all that, like women don't need men and all that shit, and that they push that. And the romance stories where they do that, the women are dominant and the men are submissive and obedient, and the woman can go fuck anyone she wants while the man's like, okay, well, I love you, but
I love you, and I'll be here when you get back.
yeah.
Or have a fucking movie where it's this man and woman this whole entire time, and he's chasing her and he's chasing her and he's chasing her, and ended up she doesn't prefer the pole. She rather had the fucking hole at the end of the fucking movie.
What NPC
You know?
said.
Yeah.
And it's like I've seen movies like I seen movies where like there's been love interest between two women. Absolutely. I've never seen Brokeback Mountain. I refuse to fucking watch it because the last movie I seen Heath Ledger in was his masterpiece, The Dark Knight. All right.
Mm.
Well, okay.
don't-
Having said that, though, Two Gay Men movie, I will say is a good romance comedy movie that I really enjoy, and that's Birdcage. The Birdcage is an excellent comedy / romance between two men.
Ronan likes bros.
What is the movie? What is the movie with Tom Selleck where he plays the news reporter, and it's the dude's wedding, and he comes out as gay in the movie?
In and Out.
In and Out. That was actually a good movie. It was a good comedy. But I mean, in today's age of the message, they're literally like disregarding what relationships are. Don't take me wrong. I'm that type of person. I don't care who you fucking sucking lick. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care, right? Don't push it on me. But when you literally take movies, and you want to gender bend people, you want to fucking do the gender bending shit and put this as what modern romance is. I don't fucking care for it.
Agreed.
That's
I'll give
what
you a
they're
good.
doing.
I'll give you a good example. A friend of mine is obsessed with this heated rivalry show between two gay men, and it's like they literally they're two like hockey players or something, and they like get together. They act like they're rivals, but then they get it on. Then they leave. They get back together
You know
6
what to
months
do,
later,
Ebola.
get it on. Then they leave. Then they get back together and they get it on. It's like they're watching this for the bodies and the attractiveness of the men and the attitudes of the men. I'm like,
Again, like
I
it's
gave it
like
I
that.
gave it one I gave it an episode and I'm like, it's just two man effing fucking.
Yeah.
Well,
and it's like, I don't get what you're
that's
enjoying.
literally just softcore porn. That's literally what that is.
Yeah, and it's
Well,
but it's the biggest thing this year. Or well, 2025.
What was the you remember like in the mid 2000s they had Queer as Folk. I think it was on HBO, Cinemax. It was one of them, right? And then they had the L Word. It's like this is what modern. This is where it started with the whole shit in TV, right?
Okay, the L Word, the Gay as Folk I never watched, but L Word I did watch like 3 seasons of that with a friend, and it was a girlfriend. So, but I do think the writing for that was done much better then than they are now of the agenda, because it didn't feel like an agenda back then. It felt like somebody just trying to find make it through life, which is what if modern audience romance and movies in general would be great if they just not focus on the message, focus on who the person is, the character.
Mm-hmm.
Like I couldn't care less if it's don't get me wrong, I don't want to see you guys getting it on in a movie, but if you're talking about just who they are as people, who gives a shit? Perfect. As long as I care about these characters, I'll watch it.
If the story is good, the acting is good, the characters have depth and all that, then it's fine.
Give me a classic fucking love story. Give me like Romance in the Stone, the original Romance in the Stone movie, right? That is a good adventure comedy love story, straight up, right? You cannot make that this day and age, because what's going to happen is probably going to be either 2 gay men or 2 lesbians as those 2 characters, right? Or you have a transgender or some bullshit.
Like Queen Comics Computer, TG.
God damn it.
Inside joke between us people. But you're right. Like it's like they don't want to focus on entertainment of it. Like with the exception of like, I'll say this, they tried it with Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell's movie.
Oh yeah, I don't.
I can't remember the name of the movie, but anything but you. Anything but you. But like they try to throw a love letter to the 90s, and it did excellent in theaters. Like, but let's be honest, it did because of the 2 name recognitions, not because of the movie itself.
Anyone but you.
There was 2 points, and it was 2 points, but it was on Sydney Sweeney. So.
Well, look at the Notebook.
I mean, it's not no argument.
Look at the Notebook, early 2000s, the fucking Notebook, a phenomenal fucking love story.
No, it's not. She leaves her husband, who's a good man, a good person, for the guy that got away, for the bad boy that didn't have any kind of perspective that got away. Fuck that movie.
What's up, real straw hat?
She falls in love with the guy that fucking left her, and she went back to him, even though she had a good man already married. Or I don't know if they were married, but a good man already.
Can't be. That's just realistic. Like that's how they portray Hollywood. Like they will leave good men for this guy that got away all the time in these movies, and I'm just like, bruh, that's why the relationships. That's why the relationships now don't work. Is because they're like, oh yeah, Phantom's good, but Ronan's even better. Why do I keep putting her away?
But also you have to look at like,
I'm somehow better.
Clip
What
that.
I mean, if you look at any modern romance, it's not a typical romantic movie.
No, it's
I
no,
mean-
not, well, not in the slightest bit. Again, continuing the push of like the unrealistic expectations. On
Mhm.
top of that, you even have a lot of the modern day messaging that continues on. Most of the time, these romance films are like portrayed primarily from the perspective of the woman, not so much the man. And then they always
Mhm.
try and make sure that the woman's the one that's getting her way, getting the man that she wants, which typically tends to be the bad boy type that doesn't really have a future, but it continues pushing the idea of like, oh, women for whatever reason have this one nurturing aspect when it comes to fixing a man who more often than not would probably treat them like absolute trash,
Mhm.
but women are paradoxically attracted to that. I'm sure there's a psychological reasoning to it. I just don't understand it. I don't want to understand it because
It
it's like,
is. It is.
you-
Women are
It's,
fucking morons when it comes to love.
I
Women
mean,
are
that's
fucking
No, no, no,
morons
no, no,
when it
no, no.
comes
that's
to
the
love.
that's the simplified way of putting
I
it,
was
and I would
gonna
agree with you,
say-
Phantom, but I'm sure there's more to it.
No, I
what would
disagree.
you
I
think, Panther?
disagree. It's the thought of thrill. It's the thought of thrill.
That's what I figured. Yeah, that's what I assumed it was going to be the case. It's just the idea of something dangerous and exciting that they want to be a part of. Because God forbid they look for some kind of settling way of life. To them, that's a monotony that they can't stand to be a part of for some reason.
Well,
You know,
see,
that's why a lot of these movies push for that's why a lot of these movies don't push for like happily ever afters that do like families and children and whatnot. It's just something that grows into something wild and passionate, and those kinds of emotional aspects are the ones that are center stage. It's not so much the responsibility that comes with a genuine relationship. You know what I mean?
100%.
Well, also, you have to look at how many movies have we seen, romance movies, where the girl says, "Oh, I can fix him, I can change him, I can make him into a better man."
Every
How many
Hallmark
times-
movie.
How many times in real life have we seen on the news with a woman that says that she can fucking fix a dude end up being fucking killed? She's fucking dead because she tries to
Well,
fix
no.
somebody.
How many-
Phantom,
how
on
many-
top of
how
that,
many-
Phantom, on top of that, what's one of the most popular shows that came out that women love in the last like fucking 5 years? The show You, about a stalker who manipulates women into falling in love with them. And then you see all these like people like these women online say like Jeffrey Dahmer so attractive and all that, and they say shit like that. And
It's a
like,
fetish.
These guys are evil.
It's a victim fetish. It's what they have. It's a legit fetish.
That
They
show
want
that
they want to be the knight. They want to be the damsel in distress for a knight in shining armor to fucking save
But
them.
if you
That's
portray
what it
them
is.
as a damsel in distress in like a hero movie, how dare you?
that show You,
Exactly.
is that from Netflix? That's the one from
Yeah, that's
Netflix.
a Netflix
It's a
show.
Netflix
Okay,
show.
no, because I have a small little story about that. When I was working FedEx before, I had a truck that I would use for my route that was parked next to a female driver on her own truck. I remember we were like talking about some shows on Netflix. She once asked me, "Do you watch the show You?" Like, no, I haven't heard of that one. It's like, no, you remind me a lot of the guy that's in that show. It's like, well, what's the show about? Oh, it's about a serial killer who like tries to get women to fall in love with him, but he's real quiet and he acts very sweet and all that stuff. I'm like,
Damn. She
It's
went straight for the
women.
throat with that one.
It's
Yeah.
the same. It's the same with that's why women enjoy watching these crime shows is because they want the thrill,
Forensic
but
Files.
they want the thrill.
Well-
They don't want the smoke, but they want the thrill.
Well, man. Well, if you think about like mass murderers throughout the history of time, like how many women literally would like be pen pals these motherfuckers and end up fucking marrying these psychopaths?
right, yeah.
Because women are fucking retarded.
Because
Okay, just to
because
mention
the-
this. Okay,
Oh,
kind
man.
of related to this, and I'm gonna pull a certain person's move right here.
Uh-oh.
A good example of this is the Herod's wife in the Bible.
okay,
Murders
yeah.
John just because he called her out, and then that's kind of a depiction throughout history, and it's depicted right now in the same way in a bunch of in Hollywood movies.
Don't forget, there's also the Pharaoh's wife in the story of Joseph as well too. That hoe wasn't loyal, and because of that, Joseph got thrown into prison, even though he was the Pharaoh's closest advisor.
I mean, take it back to not Goliath. What's his name? Samson and the hair.
Samson Delilah.
yes.
Yeah,
and
Samson
Delilah.
Yep.
Yeah. Like
But
the same
anyway,
thing
yeah. So
We'll go. Okay, yeah, we'll go back.
But
Right,
the
right.
point
No,
was, the
hey-
point is, this shit has been depicted in Hollywood and in culture across the world for thousands of years.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is in most recent time, they do not like the traditional sense
No, exactly, exactly.
of relationships. They don't want the relationships like a man and a woman. They want a man and a man, or a trans and a man, or trans and a woman. That's what they fucking want.
Right.
or an Ebola and a Sophie. A raccoon.
Raccoon and a weed.
But anyway,
or Atomic and an Isaac.
But yeah, but like you're right though, and it's the movie.
I have
the same
standards.
way.
I
Like,
would never
they-
stoop that low.
We can't just have one genre of romance either because people won't go for that. So they've got to
Mhm.
mix genres. So
Right.
like, let me ask you this: what romance movie combined with different genres? Like, what movie do you think like action romance,
Brawl.
drama romance? You brought up Crawl.
Again,
Horror
Again.
romance.
Now, so
I have one. I have one. It's it's Pearl Harbor, the movie. It came out in 2001. A lot of people don't like it because it focused so heavily on the romance, but I think it was a good story. Like I think it was good, it portrayed like the events of Pearl Harbor pretty well from what I remember, but it just focused more on this soldier and his
the
woman.
romantic aspect,
He-
yeah.
He's 23, ladies and gentlemen. So what I remember.
Ben Affleck,
Well,
Kate
what I remember
Beckinsale,
from
Matt
from the
Dillon,
movie,
the
research
three,
and all that.
the not a three-way, but like the love triangle going on between those three characters.
It's the only Kate
And it's-
Beckinsale movie I've never seen.
Oh, really?
I've never seen Pearl Harbor. I don't want to
Oh,
watch it. I
Lucky
never
you.
have.
Okay,
Lucky
all right,
you,
all right,
because
fair
it-
enough.
I'm
But you're
sorry,
right, though.
It's inaccurate.
Well, he's
It's
right though. It's like the people go in expecting a war movie and they get a romance movie. So
Right.
they
And
were
that,
trying to grab
it was
both sides
it
of
was
it.
fair to kind of but people were like, oh
It's
god,
It's called
gonna be
Pearl
about
Harbor.
pilot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
called
people
Pearl
are like, oh my
Harbor.
gosh, it's gonna be pilots, response
Dogfighting
to,
against the Japanese,
yeah, dogfighting,
right?
yeah. And
Nope,
they
not
were
in that
met with
movie.
I understand the disappointment and all that, but like I personally think it's a good movie still.
The other aspect of that is a film where they clearly show it's both action and romance, so you know what it is you're walking into. Case in point, Night and Day, like I brought up before. Tom Cruise as a secret agent, most likely a CIA agent,
And Cameron
and
Diaz.
and Cameron Diaz in there just being nothing more than like a down to earth grease monkey kind of girl. She likes working with cars. These two have a fate encounter on an airplane. Next thing you know, she's caught in the middle of like a spy war happening between different, members of the agency that this guy's fighting because he's essentially carrying a MacGuffin that is the key to unlimited energy. Let's just put it that way. But the chemistry between the two, while they're like trekking across the globe, is actually a fairly believable bit of chemistry. Like she likes how mysterious and dangerous that Tom Cruise's character is, which again, very fitting with like how a lot of women are nowadays.
Mhm.
The reason why in this instance, however, I actually enjoy it is because, and y'all know how my own feelings are against the Fed, but the idea is that Tom Cruise here is trying to be the good guy. Is he dangerous? Yes. Is he mysterious? Yes. But he's trying to do it for the good of the world, for the good of his country, the usual kind of stuff. He's an unconventional type of knight in shining armor. Let's just say he's a knight in a Kevlar vest. Let's put it that way. But he's
basically Ethan Hunt,
yes,
but not in Mission Impossible.
Well,
This is essentially what it is. It's a Mission Impossible movie, but with a lot more romance
well,
elements
here's
and
the
a lot
thing. Here's
less
the thing.
of
Though. No. Here's the
spy
thing,
stuff.
though. A lot of the actiony stuff they cut out by juicing her and making her pass out. So they at least
Mhm.
save money
That's
that
true.
way. I'll give them that.
That's true.
And
It was kind of clever.
The movie though, it's basically the movie story is not what's going on in the background. The movie story is he's there to protect her.
Yes.
And it gravitated with women, gravitated with men because it did have some action. It didn't have the huge ones because like
Not
I
a
said,
lot. Yeah, of course.
Oh no, not again.
You see bits and pieces of it, like when they're trying to jump out of the helicopter while it's like, smoking, whatnot.
Well,
There's a
same
couple
thing in the
things like that.
plane.
But yeah. Mhm.
But they saved money on it. Let's say the romantic action comedy was a big thing that finished out the romance genre. Like you said, Phantom Kroll was a sci-fi romance. It's like they didn't want to just a lot of movies they didn't want to just put the romance out there. They're like, oh, we like this movie, but we need some kind of hook. So here's this guy doing this, or this girl doing this, or this doing this. Like, but you could say Fast and Furious was about family, you know, the love for family. But the truth is, it was a
Family.
freaking big thing about cars and action and all that stuff. Like, they can't just have one thing.
Well, look at Willow. Look at
Mm.
Willow. Willow became a love story because of Mad Mardigan and the what's her name's daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually interesting you bring up with like how they hide the action sequences in Night and Day, because another one that came into my head, this one's probably more action than it is romance. True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yep.
There's
Falling in
definitely
love with your husband. Yeah.
yes, exactly. Just a slowly withering marriage that, again, like we say, because women like the action and the danger. Jamie Lee Curtis gets thrusted into essentially playing as a mole for what's the agency for it?
I remember.
CIA.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, let's just say the
It's
CIA.
CIA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has to play as a mole for them. And the whole point of her playing that mole is just so that way they can try and get the marriage between the two of them.
Well, to give her
rekindled
excitement,
again. Give her the excitement.
She says on a phone call, "I don't feel the excitement I used to," and so he gets her excited. And you know what? Look what
It's
happened.
like,
They stuck
I just
together.
want to be able to, to grow old and say, I did it. That was me. I went out there and did it. And again, yes, I understand women have that kind of sentiment there. In a film like this, it's another heroic male figure who's working for, God and country essentially. And he gives that to his wife.
Well,
so
I mean-
instances like this, I can
Let's be
understand
honest. Though. Hang on. Let's be honest, though. That's what we want too. We love
Right.
seeing the big, strong man save his woman. Men
Exactly.
love it
Yes.
too.
Oh yeah.
Well, I got a wild one I could throw out there. Terminator, the original Terminator. There's a love story between Sarah Connor and
Reese and
Reese.
Sarah Connor. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough. I can see it. It's more survival action horror, but yes, the romantic elements enough are there to.
I mean,
present
literally,
that.
literally,
Yes.
he was sent back in time by his own fucking son to
Mhm.
c-
To
have
make
him
sure he-
conceive
The
he
fate,
fucking
yes.
comes alive.
The fate
Dad,
of mankind
go
and the
screw
fate of
mom
the
and make
future
me-
is just hangs in the
Yeah.
balance on love. That's what it all
But
is.
then, but
right
then
there.
Yeah.
also you
True.
could throw out there Christopher Reeve Superman, the
Yeah,
love,
the
the
love for
love
Lois.
story between Lois and fucking
Clark.
fucking
Yes.
Superman.
Cal-El.
Well,
And
not- not
you
even
can
Chris-
say
not
that.
even-
You
not
can
even
actually say
Christopher
that
Reeve.
more. You can actually
Yeah.
say that more for Superman 2 than Superman 1 because
Well, and,
what
and
did
Phantom.
they do? They fuck. They literally fucking the Fortress of
Phantom.
Solitude in that movie.
Phantom, and not even just that Superman. The latest one on HBO is Superman.
Superman and Lois.
The Superman and Lois
Superman
show.
and Lois.
Yeah.
The
They're
CW
married.
show,
It's
yes,
heavily
absolutely.
yeah,
See, I about
heavily
the CW's
focused.
where I watched. I didn't
Yeah.
watch it on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Well, I
And-
saw it
and-
on HBO.
and
I
then
got
if
you. It
you-
just threw me off there.
And also, if you think about it, Michael Keaton's Batman, the 1989 Batman. Bruce and fucking
I would
Bruce
say
and
more. I would
what's
say
her
more
name?
92. I would
Vicky
say
Vale.
Returns.
Vicky Vale.
Vicky Vale, but
Vicky
I'd say more
Vale.
Returns. Returns.
I
is
would
more
say
of a-
returns more so because of
Yeah.
the chemistry going on between
and
Selena
Michelle
Kyle
Pfeiffer.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you agree, Phantom. Like there's horror movies like the Warm Bodies movie. I don't know if y'all have seen that. Any of y'all
I've seen
I've
it.
seen
One
it.
Body-
But
I
it's
actually
a
do like
Idle
One Body.
It's pretty good.
It's a
Idle
It's a zombie
Hands.
movie. Idle Hands, a horror comedy, but also romance about the guys trying to save freaking Jessica Alba,
All right.
Devin Sawa.
You're talking about horror movies. The second Nightmare on Elm Street, the second movie, but then you also have the Dream Child because there is a romantic aspect to the fucking Dream Child.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask this then. Where do you draw the line? Like, where do you draw the line between
Right.
it being a romance movie or having romance involved? Like, where would you draw the line? Wow, stumped them all.
I would,
Well, I mean,
I would draw the line like for
the
me.
gears are turning.
If you look at like the original Conan the Barbarian with Schwarzenegger, they had
Mhm.
there was love elements in it, but it wasn't the main. It was background noise.
He
to
loved
the
Valeria,
main
but that wasn't
story.
the storyline.
But it was
Okay.
You
just
classify
the
then
revenge is more of a revenge is the more aspect of the
So,
fucking movie than the love
this
story.
is based. This
Gotcha.
is more based on a true story. Do you classify Tombstone as a romance movie because it has a lot of romance
No.
in it?
No.
Or
no,
yeah.
no.
Okay, see,
there's
then
I get what
romantic
you're saying.
elements
The
in
focus
it.
between
With
Yeah, no,
Kurt
no.
Russell's character and the
Yeah, and
actor's character.
Okay, here's a prime example. Titanic's a prime example. We know that this love story never happened on the fucking ship. It was added to the movie because you just didn't want to have a movie about a boat going across the water, fucking getting hit by a damn iceberg and sinking.
See,
They had to
Phantom,
put
I'll be the
love
opposite.
story
I'll be the
into it.
opposite. The focus of the story is Jack and Rose. So
Jack and Rose,
Their
right.
love
the
story.
Titanic,
Their
the Titanic
love
is the
story.
background. So yeah, that would be a romance. So I agree with
Right.
Phantom when it comes to that. Like if the story ending has to do with the romance, it's a romance movie. If the story ending has really nothing to do with them getting together, but they get together, I would say that would be the line for me.
yeah, that's fair. That's why I asked the question, because like Tombstone wasn't like it has a romance in it, but it's not.
I mean, I agree with you.
focus.
I thought about that for a second. The focus is Kurt Russell trying to get
Revenge.
with well, no, Kurt Russell trying to get with what's her name? I forget her name.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Dana Delaney. Dana Delaney.
Oh, Dana Delaney. Okay.
But
Off
the
top of my
problem
head,
is
wow.
the focus of the movie is Wyatt
the brotherhood.
Yeah,
It's the brotherhood.
It's not
Yeah,
not
it
so
is.
much revenge, because it's the focus of it is Wyatt Earp and his posse essentially trying to bring law and order into the town.
He said posse.
As the story progresses, it does become one of vengeance because his brother gets killed by the cowboys.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, I consider it more brotherhood movie, like a movie about four people that
camaraderie, brotherhood.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that instance, I can see
Here's
it even
another
more.
example. The James Bond films. There's only one that actually had a love story in it, and that's on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Technically it's the John Lazenby film, because he falls in love with the girl, he marries the girl, and what happens? She ends up getting fucking killed. That's technically is a romance fucking movie,
because it is the
but it's
focus.
surrounded by
Loaded
James
weapon.
Bond.
I would also, and you guys can disagree with me on this if you want, but I'd also probably put Spectre in there as well too, because the Bond girl in that one is one of the few that he actually falls in love with and marries and has a relationship with. Of course, that relationship ends pretty quickly by the time No Time to Die comes, but
I didn't watch
that's
Spectre,
one of the
so I don't
few.
know.
Oh, okay.
And there's a problem. James Bond is sterile. He can't have kids, you dumb motherfuckers, because
that
he's
in the
supposed to
books?
get the girl.
That was in the
Yeah,
books.
he's
Yeah.
sterile.
I did
Because
not know that.
he
Holy
sleeps
shit.
around, because one of his primary goals, he uses sex to get information.
He's
And he
sterile,
didn't want kids.
hang on. I can appoint an AP like that.
So I mean, he is sterile to where he can't have kids, and it surprised me that they put it where he has kids. I'm like, that's not how it fucking works. And it goes back to Casino Royale, because of him getting hit in the balls, and they had to do surgery because of him getting hit with that rope.
Oh,
right.
The torture, yeah, from Matt Nicholson's character.
You can say you're the first. You can be proud of yourself. You be known as the man that scratched my balls.
Like everyone's gonna know you died scratching my balls. Yeah,
that is the one scene I've not gone back to watch.
But because of him getting that done to him, he had to have surgery because his testicles were damaged. He can't have kids because he was sterilized.
I mean, you're right, and it's like it is a lot of the action more than anything. Like comedy and drama does happen, or romance and drama does happen a lot. Romance and comedy happens a lot, but I do feel like the most you'll see, like even a shed of romance anymore, is in action movies. And like,
okay, another prime example: Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. There was a love story. There was a love story that was mixed into it with.
I couldn't handle that visuals. I couldn't handle the visuals. I hated that.
I freaking love that movie.
Right.
But then also 300. 300 had a love story between the
Leonidas and his wife, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That's true too.
I keep following the Mickey Spartans.
Again, Spartans, dude. Well, again, that kind of just brings up the question of like, where do you draw the line? Because 300, the main focus is, of course,
Is not
the
the
tale
romance.
of Leonidas and his army of 300 Spartans.
Yeah.
You know, there's elements of romance there. Same thing with Sky Captain. There's elements of romance between Sky Captain himself and the character that Gwyneth Paltrow is.
Mhm.
God, I wish I could remember the character names. But there's elements there. It's just not the primary focus. That one's more so an adventure film, in the same
Yeah.
vein as like stuff like The Rocketeer or The Mummy, things like that. They're going on a
Yeah, but the
globe-trotting
Rocketeer had more of
adventure.
let's see,
I would
the
say, yeah.
Rocketeer is more an homage to for the serials of the 30s.
Well, I mean, no, well, that's the same thing with Sky Captain too. Even
I
down
would
to the
call
aesthetic.
it adventure romance. I would call the
It's a
Rocketeer
adventure
adventure
romance
romance because he
because of
does
two main
all this
characters.
for the love for Jennifer Connelly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I would say that falls under, but that, like Phantom said, that's an homage to the old 40s and 30s and stuff like that. So
Right, of course.
but like I said, like there's different genres, and like I said,
So-
action being the most
prevalent.
prevalent.
probably,
Like,
yeah.
would you?
Yeah.
We discussed the movie. We watched the movie Friday, which was we watched the movie
Friday.
on Friday of Bird on the Wire, which is Mel Gibson and Goldie
Goldie
Hawn.
Hawn, yeah.
And I would consider that an action romance, although it
Yeah.
does play with both genres. The whole point of the movie is Goldie Hawn and him, I guess, reconnecting.
Mhm.
Reconnecting.
So,
Yeah.
what y'all thoughts on that movie, Bird on the Wire?
Hoes
Fucking
ain't
love
loyal.
it. Fucking love it.
Well,
And
okay, well,
also,
It's a good
it's
movie.
the
It's a
one-
really good
it's
movie.
It's the one fucking movie that David Carradine does not do a karate move in. He fucking shoots good.
Well,
All he
having
does
said
is
that, let me
shoot
say this first. Me and Phantom have seen it before. Well, of course, I've seen it. It's on my Jellyfin, but me and Phantom seen it
It's
before.
been 20
Those two
years.
hadn't.
It's been 20 years
So,
for me.
as a newcomer to this movie, what y'all think?
I thought the story was pretty good, honestly. I thought it was fun and all that. I just thought there was some like moments where I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I mean, because honestly, like there's two women who are both in committed relationships who go after the single man. Like
Yeah.
the nurse woman, the nurse woman. She's
Hey,
like, oh, I'm
fucking
getting
Nishi
married
said
soon,
it.
but I'll leave him
we
for
asked
you.
it-
And I'm like, what?
Dude, we asked Nishi, Campy asked Nishi, if Mel Gibson come walking in, would you? She's like, fuck yeah, I would. That's what she said.
Way to
What
put
she
her
fucking said.
way to put her business out there, Phantom.
Yeah, Poor
To be fair,
Rico.
it's public
Rico.
fucking.
To be fair.
To be
To be
fair,
fair.
but yeah,
But-
it's like. Go ahead, Ronan. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying,
let them talk about being the first time seeing it, Phantom.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
like it's definitely a good film. I actually really did like it. As always, Mel
Yeah.
Gibson being the full-on goofball that he is. Like,
Oh yeah.
this was, remind me again, this was after or before
This
Lethal
was
Weapon 2?
in between Lethal Weapon 1 and 2.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what it is. That explains some of the more goofy aspects that he actually puts in Lethal Weapon 2 and 3, which
Mhm.
makes it even more hilarious because obviously he's like definitely refining the acting chops of
Mhm.
being very versatile. But it's great. And Goldie Hawn is a fine piece of work in that film.
Give a
Like,
nice ass.
I said it.
Oh,
earlier.
yeah.
I said it during-
the
I said it
amount of
during the
time
watch
you see her
party.
ass
She
through
got
that whole
ass
film.
and
Like,
legs.
damn, bro.
No boobs, but her legs and butt, man. Ooh.
The one
Dude,
kind of female where I'm
filmmakers
willing
knew
to
what they
say,
were
you know
doing.
what, I can be an ass man. I'm mostly a boobs guy myself, but her, I'll make an exception on being an ass man, definitely.
Well, also this is around the time he also did Air America. Mel Gibson
Yeah.
did Air America around
That
the
was
same
80,
time.
89.
Okay.
So that would be a
Yeah.
year later. Yeah.
Yeah, so like Lethal Weapon 1 was just straight up fucking buddy. It was buddy cop. It had a smidgen of comedy in it, just a small fraction. But then he did this movie, and he's like, and they're like, yeah, you can act. You're actually pretty fucking funny, and they rewrote Lethal Weapon 2 to have more of the comedic aspects to it, and also, what happened in 3? 3 became a love story.
That's true. It was.
Between him and Rene Russo. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Picking shrapnel out of each other's ass.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
you're
the
right,
scar
you're-
scene. The showing the
You're
scar.
right. You're right too. With,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
with Mel Gibson, like the what's that movie called? Dang it, I forgot the name of it. What Women
Well,
Want. Like,
Maverick.
no.
was
Oh, yeah,
also a
Maverick
love
was good, but
story.
What Women Want, like What Women Want is
Yeah.
That's the one where he can like read minds for a while, right?
yeah, but
can hear
here
what they're
it shows
talking
his
about.
comedic. It
Yeah.
shows his comedic timing and stuff. Like, it's not a good romance movie. It's a romance movie. It's not a good romance movie, but it shows what he could do. Like,
Helen
he
Hunt was good
is
in the
great
movie. Helen Hunt was good in the movie. I liked her in the movie.
He was great though.
Yeah.
But
Well,
like,
at least-
also,
but
hey,
at least
hey,
she's better
also-
at
he
that than
can
she is in
play. The way
Starfleet
he plays
Academy.
off, yeah, way he plays off Goldie Hawn here is just shows that he is such a versatile actor.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought of another movie. Could you toe the line on it? Twister could be put in this genre as a romantic movie because what happened?
Trying to rebuild.
It's-
Yeah, they're rebuilding
Yeah.
the relationship. So I would see
What-
that.
They're
but I would
rebuilding
see
their
it-
marriage. They're rebuilding their
Oh,
fucking
Was
no,
they
well,
married?
that's
Okay,
no,
yeah.
that's more so Helen Hunt trying to rebuild the marriage because
Yeah.
Bill Paxton's already married to the
No,
therapist.
they
lady.
were not divorced. He was going to marry her. He wasn't
They're
married to her
finalizing
yet.
the divorce at that moment.
Yes.
Right.
And they fell in love again.
So this is not
Well,
really.
well,
this
he
is not
was-
really
he
a romance
was-
movie. Not
But
really
you
a
gotta
romance movie, but Godzilla -1 has some really great romantic
Yes.
chemistry
Between
between the
the,
two
Yes.
humans.
yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
That. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
Anyway,
As I say, go
ahead.
I mean, if y'all want to keep going with that, we can. But the Bird Noir, it's got very few slow moments in it. But it's like I said, it's made in the 80s. Back then, they had to have the slow moments with the bigger moments.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas nowadays, it's like if it's not go 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 go, you just don't keep the audience.
Right.
And
right.
Well,
but
movies today and age is for the TikTok brain.
yeah.
I was literally just gonna say the same thing. I was like, specifically my
Yeah.
generation. My generation has a lot of those people who like
Yeah.
very short attention
TikTok
spans and all that.
TikTok brain.
Hey, I
TikTok
can actually
brain.
read. I can actually read a book for a few hours and not
TikTok
worry
fudge.
about. But yeah, for real. But the point is, like a lot of movies, and specifically since my generation is becoming kind of like the focal point right now of a lot of conversations and all that. A lot of movies coming out, a lot of shows coming out are kind of catering to my generation, and sometimes just straight up pandering. So they're kind of putting in things that like keep attention and all that, like Netflix. Yes, Netflix came out and they specifically announced that like they have to like repeat things multiple times in movies because to keep people paying attention, to keep people reminded what's going on.
They have to say it instead of showing because people are not paying attention. They're on their phones or doing something else. Say it instead of
always
it,
like
so that people can listen. And
which is frustrating because that goes against the whole show don't tell freaking a method in writing and all that.
Well, that's one of the downfalls of rom-coms, really, is because like the showing the emotion of like you falling for that character. If you're going, I love you because of this reason, this reason, this reason, this reason, this reason, nobody's going to give a shit. But if you're going, I love you, and just look at them and just see it in their face, that's going to draw people in. And it's just like, but we're not that you're not that generation anymore. Other way.
Yeah,
and
no,
you're
that's right.
Why,
though, like
that's why movies like this one, like I love, because it's like you get your slow moments, you get your romance moments, but you have to pay attention. You're gonna miss something if you don't watch.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like my generation has a lot of like focus issues. Like we often like hell. I was like a few years ago. I was a TikTok brain person. I was straight up on TikTok, just scrolling, watching like 5 to 10, 15 seconds.
You're still a fan of Geek Cheeks?
No, I'm far more capable of focusing than a lot of people in my generation, which is surprising because. But
I don't know. When we're having a conversation in Discord, you pop off with something from X.
That's just called ADHD.
Oh yeah, we'd be talking about one thing. Like, oh, did you hear about this? Like, no, we're having a conversation. You fuck.
Well, that's called a meeting and all that. So I'm just bringing up attention for
general.
No, yeah, I do it a lot more in the meetings. So because
true,
but the point is, my generation's absolutely like far shorter attention spans, and yeah, I do have a shorter attention span probably than like previous generations and all that. But like the point is, like my generation, like everyone has to cater to this, like like flashy, quick moments, tell you what's going on, everything like that. It's just straight up like consistently repeating over and over and over and saying things over and over again, just so people get the point of what's going on.
Go ahead, Phantom.
Literally, this generation has Alzheimer's without being old, is what it is. This generation literally is the TikTok generation.
I think it's more of
if you're not. Phantom's right. If you're not paying attention, you're not going to get the information.
Here's the thing. I think it's more of the hey Queenie.
I was just talking about you earlier.
Yeah.
Queen's comments.
My point is,
Talk
I
about
think
distractions.
it's less of like Alzheimer's. I think it's more of chemicals in the food.
All
Well,
the microplastics building up in your balls.
I'll go off that in just a second. AP, let me get so this movie. What y'all think of Bird on the Wire? Like, what's your rating out of 10?
I'm gonna
9 out of
say
10. I'm gonna put it.
I was gonna say like 9 out of 10 is probably where I'm gonna rate it.
Phantom? Oh, you 10 out of 10. Why did I even ask you?
10 out of 10.
Dude,
It's been 20 years and the movie still holds up. I still laughed at all the jokes. I still laughed at all the visuals of it. I haven't seen it in like 20 years and I still love this. The soundtrack, phenomenal.
I would give it a 9, but I got to go back down to 8 for the simple reason of every woman wanting to leave their husbands or boyfriends.
Yes,
right.
I got to drop it a point just for that. But going back to what you were saying, Atomic. How about said Ebola?
That's insulting.
Romance tropes.
I talk way more than that.
With your generation, you don't get these tropes that we get in romance movies and other ones like the slow burn, the love triangles, the happily ever after, or
hard to get
now.
Hard to get.
Oh yeah, they're playing hard to get.
Playing hard to get. What do y'all think of like these tropes? Like, is there tropes that you think are good or make sense, or do you think they're ones that are like just need to stop?
So the one I gotta say the one I gotta say is the most,
Go ahead, Ronnie.
yes, the misunderstanding one is the one that's the most
okay.
frustrating for me because of the fact that the lady walks in on a guy talking to another woman, or like this other woman is like being aggressive and trying to steal and whatnot. Let's just say that one example. And then the lady who like the guy really wants to go with sees this, she's super upset, and then they separate. Relationship's done for like the climax of the film. He's trying to get her back, and it's taking forever. Everyone's trying to turn against the guy now, even though it wasn't his fault. And like the most frustrating aspect of it is that there's no fucking communication. That these women act on such highly emotional sentiments that they can't even bother to be a little rational and understand this guy is head over heels for you. You think he's going to act like a man whore and just start kissing up on another woman? Well, you got to be fucking shitting me.
Hold on. Before you say anything, Phantom. Another thing that like is common is just women are often perceived as like often more emotionally freaking like driven, all that.
Right, of course.
And so like if like someone is sweet to them, like in these things, in these movies and all that, like they're gonna be fucking like going for that person. And there's this show, I don't remember what show it was, but I remember this woman. She was with a guy. She was happy. He was in love with her, and she sat him down. And she's like, "Well, I think I need to explore myself, find out who I am, find my identity, and all that shit." And he's like, "No, I don't need that." He's like, and then. Like she's like, I will be with you and all that, but I just need to find out who I am. And AK, that means she's going through a lot of
open relationship types. Believe me, I know this because my ex used to be like that.
No, but the thing is that they broke up, because she needed to go, find herself. And so about maybe 3 years go by and all that, and she finds him again, and she's like, "Hey, I'm ready," and all that, and he's like, "I'm married," and she's like, "What?" And he's like, "I didn't need an experiment to know I loved you and all that." And she's like all heartbroken and all that. And I'm like, you did that to yourself.
Well, it's the hard to get trope. Like there's this dude that fucking loves this
completely
girl to death.
Agree.
Fucking loves this girl to death, right? And she pretends like she's not interested in him, but she's head over heels in love with him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you women some advice. Men are not fucking mind readers, and a lot of times men don't fucking get the subtle fucking hints that you like them.
Phantom, if you don't know, I'm certainly not going to tell you.
No. Here's the thing. Men are retarded.
Yes. That is the agreed upon statement.
Sometimes we can, and sometimes we pick up messages that are mixed messages, and we could be fucking wrong. But when you have okay, prime example myself. When like in high school, there was this girl I was head over heels in love with.
Drama here, Queen.
I was head over heels in love with this girl.
100% Ebola.
And I thought she fucking liked me. But the problem was I was never gonna be with this girl because she had friend zoned me the moment she met me, but she never let on that's all it was gonna fucking be with us in high school.
Because then the attention would leave.
Exactly.
I mean, it's playing the game, and men don't like playing the game. Like women think men want to chase. We don't want to chase. We want someone that will love us for us and will move and will freaking build from there. Men don't fall out of love. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's the Chads that can do whatever they want and get anyone they want. But those of us that are average looking, if not less than average looking, it's like you just we fall in love. We have no problem not staying with that person. It's the women that like choose to walk away. Now, like I said, there's always the given with the Chads. Like there's always the 2% that can get anybody, so they walk away. But that's who you're choosing.
And just real quick, that like what showed up in the comments again, not to get a little black pilly and red pilly on this aspect, but Queen said that what she can't stand is when a girl hits on somebody and they can't figure it out.
Yeah,
I understand.
Yes.
So I understand that. Again, at the same time,
yeah, it's
a lot of us guys are
But
retarded.
men are
We don't
oblivious
understand
to
the
this,
hits.
though.
We can't
But
take the
here's
hits.
the thing.
But
Here's
here's the
it's
worst
not just that
aspect.
men are
AP, real
oblivious.
quick.
It's
No,
Hang on. Let Ronan finish. Let Ronan
the
finish.
worst
Let Ronan
aspect,
finish.
and it's not just because we're men and retarded. Like that can be the case. Sometimes we do take the hits, but we live in a society right now where if we were to try and attempt to essentially go forward with those invitations, there's a good chance
We're
that
labeled
we are
a
going
I want to
creep.
I
We're
want to explain
labeled
something
a
that happened
we
to
are
me.
labeled
I want to
creeps,
explain something that
we're
happened to me
labeled
a few years ago.
rapists, we're labeled, all the terrible things under the
Yes.
sun, basically, because
So
we
we're
assume
labeled
that
as
that
comic
was the case, that it
dads.
was an invitation until we find out it's not. Because there are cases where women just try to act friendly with everybody. You know what I mean?
Okay,
But
that's true, Ronan. That's true. That's completely true. So there was this girl I was interested in a couple years ago, and I was I was waiting. I was
Her
waiting
name
to
was
see if she was
Ebola.
actually. This is before I met Ebola, bitch. No,
Sorry, it's Isaac. Her name was Isaac.
it was before I met Isaac, bitch.
It was Jeff.
Anyway,
No,
go ahead.
Her name was Jeff.
Hey,
Go ahead.
See, I can lean into jokes, motherfucker. No, but the point was, this girl, I kept, I was getting interested in her and all that. So I was gonna, ask her number and all that. Something simple. Wasn't gonna be anything crazy. But what was crazy was she would ask me, she would ask my relatives how I am, like, hey, is he doing all right? How's he doing? And stuff like that. She would constantly check up on me, and she'd make her way to go find me. The moment I go to say, hey, can I get your number? She shuts down and just, completely ignores my existence for the rest of the time. I was like, bruh. I was like, bro,
because you were a backup, not a primary.
Yeah, and then like after that, she just daily she would like say, every time I'd go to work, she'd wave at me and all that. She'd say hi and all that. She was so like nice and all that. And then I make that move. I wasn't even trying to be for it. I was like, if
been there,
only if you want
I've
it.
had that happen
And
to
then-
me. I've had that
Yeah,
happen
yeah,
to
no,
me.
it's not fun. It's like we men, like if like we're fucking oblivious. Like
wait till you're 40 and 50 and you've done it for that
but
many
the
amount of years.
But the thing is,
right.
it's not just that men are retards, because we are. It's the fact that women are also good at subtlety. They're very good at being like, oh, this very subtle hint.
Women are good at what they getting what they want by shaking their fucking tits and their fucking ass.
Hang on.
That's how women get whatever they fucking
making
want.
Making a move to a man is not looking at him and not smiling at him.
Right.
Making a move on a
or
man
shaking his hand.
Well, even a wave. A wave is something. At least that's showing some kind of interest. It's not. Why didn't he come talk to me? Why didn't he come talk to me? Like you stared at me. I was like, did I do something wrong? We're not thinking,
I know, Queen. It's not every woman.
No. It's not every
but
woman.
You can tell.
Yeah. Right.
You can literally tell the woman who gets whatever she wants because she shakes what her mama gave her.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a fact.
There were a few comments in the chat and it started kind of made me jump immediately to like the whole not all of us thing that Queen just said. I don't mean to single you out on this, Queen, but it's like it reminds me of the whole generalization kind of perspective of it. And like, I'm not saying this to try and offend anyone when it comes to making these generalizations, but like,
Ebola
try
is
and
offended.
figure out somebody who is, and I wish I wasn't doing this, try and figure out somebody who is low IQ by putting out a generalized statement. The ones who understand that it's not all of them without even having to comment that aren't of low IQ. The ones that immediately have to say, oh, well, not all Asians are short like this, some are tall. And it's like, you're talking to somebody who isn't really understanding more abstract concepts. And again, I don't try and say this that you don't understand abstract concepts.
They're
Queen. I'm just saying
one-dimensional
that
thinkers.
yes,
doesn't.
exactly. There
She
are some
doesn't.
there are some people who will think one-dimensionally. They're not thinking in a more abstract manner. So yes, we understand not all people will be like X example, whatever, but there's enough where that kind of mindset comes, and there's a good number of women who will act in a very nebulous manner to men where it's hard for us to even figure out what the hell's going through their heads. So most of the time we just kind of give up.
It's like I've always said this. A woman can be a perfect 10. She can be a perfect 10 on the outside and a minus billion on the inside.
Look, Queenie, you might be Puerto Rican, but you're not Bad Bunny Puerto Rican.
That's
so just remember that.
Joking a man. A man could be attractive as he could be and be the biggest
thing.
douchebag.
Yes, okay.
But going back, let's bring it back though. Let's bring it back to the
yes.
So
dating relationship advice from the homies.
Apparently, yeah. But like you said, Lo, that's the love triangles. The movies that having love triangles. Movies having the slow burn. Like if I keep him for over 6 months, all of a sudden we're gonna get married. Like what y'all were talking about does happen in these movies, and that's the trope. Is like women think, oh, I could just string him along for a year, and at some point we'll get together. Or these movies show like we disappear for time, and then 3 years later we get back together and get married. That doesn't happen in real life. I mean, it does, but you're going to be like the 1.00000.
It's a very, very, very small minority of time.
Men are not going to wait around. If we find
no.
So how it is like, the phrase art imitates life. There are small anecdotal examples where that happens. That's why you see it in movies.
Yeah. Or wishful thinking.
Right. But the movies don't always reflect reality as it always is, because, when it comes to stuff like that, there are men who will wise up and be like, I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm not wasting my time. I'll move on to the next thing.
But the movies are not like that. The
movies will push it more.
And here's another thing. Here's another thing that happens constantly is like a woman could be, and this happens with men and women, but like a woman could be, like kind of hinting that she's into a guy, but then also showing those same hints, whether even if she doesn't know it, to other guys, and then that guy will be like, oh, she's obviously interested in them, not me, so I'm gonna fucking go my own way. Like 100%. We're not great at hints.
And these movies give women the hint that we
are,
but we're not. But going to the movies, like we talked about the tropes, we talked about other things. Like, let me ask you, what if I said romance movie? What actor or actress comes to your mind? Like, what would be the romance person?
Queenie's right.
What'd she say?
Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
She's
Meg Ryan,
right
not just Meg Ryan, but Meg Ryan and freaking Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks, them together made a trilogy of movies, and just everybody, all these women, some men, but all these women just gravitated towards it. Like, what was Sleepless in Seattle? Then you had You Got Mail, and they did another one, I think, too, but I don't think it did as well. And go ahead.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
I was
finish up, and then I'll
Nope, I'm done.
You suck. Okay. No, if I was gonna say I hadn't seen this movie, but I hear a lot of people talk about it when it comes to like romantic films and whatnot. I think the one that probably paints romance in a more realistic light, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh, great movie.
I would say that one, yeah. Jim Carrey, Kate Winslet. Jim Carrey's falling in love with a chick that more or less in this film, I believe.
What were you watching?
Exemplifies the manic pixie dream girl trope, which a lot of guys do like. They like the idea of finding a chick that's high spirited and free, and like, somebody that, and just kind of using my own personal experience, I would say somebody that is going to help them get out of their more introverted shell. right? Somebody that is going to give them that energy that they've been wanting to look for a long time. But obviously, in reality, that's not always going to be the case, because sometimes you might end up being the person that's acting more like a vampire to them. You're just sucking the energy away from them, and now they're feeling less energetic in that regard. Um, Again, I haven't seen the full movie. I definitely should, because I know there's like there's kind of like a
good.
memory wiping in this whole thing, which is why they go back to each. Oh, sorry. So okay. Oh, okay, fine.
It's a good movie about the relationship that they build and the way it crumbles. I ain't gonna say
Right.
nothing more than that, the way it crumbles. It's worth watching to the end. I agree. Like Jim Carrey, say what you want about Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's a hell of an actor. Like he did Yes, Man, which was a romance comedy. He did Once Bitten, which is a romance horror comedy, I guess you'd say. It's about vampires.
Oh, okay.
That sucks.
Like, and then he did the Eternal Sunshine. It's like he branched out, but he is one of those actors that like I'll agree. Like I would put him in there as being a romance. What was the one he did with oh my god, the one with Morgan Freeman's God. I can't think.
Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty.
Oh,
Bruce
the
Almighty's
romantic
another
elements
one.
in there with Jennifer Aniston. Yeah.
The whole thing
Absolutely.
is realizing he's enough for Jennifer Aniston, or she's enough for him, and life's enough for them.
What?
So it's like, go ahead.
No, it's funny you bring that up. The whole like good enough for one person or good enough for the other, because Queen herself in the chat also said that she doesn't believe in soulmates, but believes that you're making soulmates out of one another. And that reminds me of a line in Good Will Hunting, which it's more of a drama, but it has romantic aspects between Will and Skylar, right? Will is very much hesitant about wanting to be in a relationship with this girl because in terms of relationships, he's had a very shitty way of seeing them because of his foster families, as well as the fact he was abandoned by his own parents. And Robin Williams' character basically tells him, look, Chief, this girl that you're talking about isn't all that perfect, and you yourself, you ain't perfect either. But what matters more than anything else is whether or not you're perfect for each other, because that's what intimacy is all about.
Exactly.
You know, and that's the one thing that I wish to see when it comes to like romance films. That's the one thing I would love nothing more than to see in real life as well. Like, just nobody's perfect. We understand.
Oh no, nobody's perfect.
What matters is whether or not people are perfect for
Ronan.
one another.
Do you like princesses?
Except for J-Man.
Ronan, do you like princesses? How you like them princesses? But yeah, it's like it's agreed. It's like that movie was a good aspect of like a good, like we watch them for escapism. Yes, we do. But there's also some real truth into all of them, like you said there with that one. Like Good Will Hunting, he's struggling, she's struggling, but they once they get together, the struggle kind of takes a back seat. And they work together, and it's like that's the kind of movies that gravitate towards people now. Like the more it is more realistic in love stories, but it's just not.
There's realism with a tint of hope to it. That's what it is.
Yeah, hope.
There's realism.
That's the word I was looking for.
And that's the one thing people love more than anything else, is that just that little bright light of hope that shows them
that shining light in the darkness.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. It's not easy. But you put some effort into it, you can get that happy ending that you want.
And then Ben Affleck went and did Geely after that, which God help us all. He did a movie called Bounce that doesn't get talked a lot. I feel like it's a good movie. It's him and Gwyneth Paltrow, and he's on a plane with a guy, and they meet at the airport, and he ends up giving up his ticket to the guy, and the plane crashes, and the guy dies. So Ben Affleck goes to kind of console the wife, and he ends up falling in love with her. And it's a heart-wrenching story, but it's like a lot of people don't talk about it. Bounce is what it's called. But you see the life of, I want to love her, but at the same time she's not ready yet. And it's kind of a good story. Of course they end up together, because rom-coms you can't do that, but it's a really interesting movie, stuff like that. And like you don't see that nowadays. Like I said, Ben Affleck, he's been in a lot of those movies. The master of it, let's be honest, Hugh Grant. What movie do you not think rom-com and not think of Hugh Grant?
Fair.
Like Four Weddings and a Funeral.
Four Weddings and a Funeral.
Notting Hill, yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, Julia Roberts, the queen of of romance movies in the 90s.
Pretty Woman.
Another
pretty
one
well-
that kind of jumps into my head is Renee Zellweger as well too.
Yep,
'Cause,
yep.
You know, Me, Myself, and Irene, Bridget
Down with-
Jones's Diary,
Down with
you know, all
Love.
those.
Jerry
She did quite a few.
Maguire.
Until she got the face surgery. I just I
Yeah.
can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's another
Uh,
thing. Most men don't like the fucking plastic surgery shit.
Well,
Right.
that's the problem with romance. I mean, like I was watching. I forget whose video it was. I was
Oh,
watching a
Campy,
video.
you've got somebody. Matthew McConaughey.
Well,
He was
okay,
the king of the rom-coms too.
He was in. He's the 2000s one. I would
A
say.
Knight's Tale's a really good
A
movie.
Knight's Tale.
Yeah, Knight's
You know,
Tale.
actually, now you bring up Matthew McConaughey too. I don't know how you guys felt about Fool's Gold, but I actually liked.
Oh,
I haven't
Fool's
seen
Gold.
it.
thought it was
I
really
like
good.
seen it.
I like
Okay,
it.
So it's good. So it's okay. I'll give it a shot. One
It's
day.
it's
Mhm.
it's about like these people find a bunch of
It's-
gold and all that, and they're
yes.
treasure hunters. They're treasure hunters pretty much.
It's like Indiana Jones with more romance to it.
Oh,
yeah,
but a
it's
little bit
kinda
more
like- kinda like-
realistic
well,
and not
they
too
wouldn't know
natural.
Santa, but
yeah.
I love
romantic-
Sahara.
And okay, but
Fucking
here's the
love
thing.
Sahara.
There's
Oh, that's right,
Sahara.
Sahara's good
yeah.
too. But it's not really like Indiana Jones has a lot of mystical elements. This one is more grounded in realism and all that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's still good.
Well, they
The,
tried to do that Tomb Raider with Daniel Craig and oh my god, what am I thinking of her name?
Jolie.
Angelina Jolie.
yeah.
Yeah.
They tried it in the. I think it's the second one. They tried to do
Hmm.
some more romance, and people were just like, "No, we want her treasure hunting."
Well, that was Gerard
Campy, what
Butler
do you
in
think
the
of this?
second movie.
Oh, it was okay. So it was the first one then. That was Daniel Craig.
Campia,
Yeah.
what do you think of this?
Let me read. Fuck the Notebook. You were Queenie. Go back in the stream and listen to what I say about the Notebook earlier, and you'll once you hear that, I hope it goes.
You'll whack him
Oh
with
my
the
god,
spoon.
he's right. Oh my god, he's right. I don't.
What do you
it's not a-
want?
It's not a bad
don't
movie.
know what I
It's not a
want.
bad movie, but it's a
not that
horrible.
simple. But what
fucking
do you
story.
want?
It's a horrible fucking story.
I got a clip from that.
um,
I wish we could play, but we can't do clips on here anymore because
Yeah.
I took
Probably get
that.
hit by
I
it.
took that. What do you want?
It's not
What
that
do you
simple.
want?
But
I just
what
want
do
to.
you want?
I just want to do something.
Look,
See what it tastes
so
like.
the-
Oh,
What do you
okay.
taste like?
The
I
Mo
forgot about
one,
that
the
one.
Mo clip.
shout out Mo Zamboni if you're in the chat. Avocados.
Yep.
He's probably
but-
hosting a watch party right now.
But yeah, like
Yes,
like you said, Gwyneth Paltrow. We had Renee Zellweger. We had oh my god, I
Hell,
forgot her
Johnny
name.
Death. Johnny
Johnny
Death
Depp.
was in some during that time too.
He was in What's
Hmm.
Getting Your Grape, a few more. Well, going into that, like we'll finish out
Benny
here.
and June.
Is there okay, Benny and June? Is there any hidden gems or movies that you think have romance that people should watch if they're looking for? Maybe it's not a romance movie, but they're looking for romance in a movie, and you might enjoy. Phantom just brought up Benny and June. Benny
yeah.
and June is a great one when it comes to if you like the old typey,
Great
or the
soundtrack.
old 90s, like I don't know how to put it. If you like a story between two autistic kids, this is
So fair enough. Another one that I've mentioned before, the Space Between Us, which is it is a film catered towards like younger audiences, like younger millennials and Gen Z and all that. It is a movie about a guy born on Mars who pretty much has like a virtual FaceTime with a girl and all that, and they slowly fall in love. He flies to Earth and all that. And that's
you can't spoil it. Can't spoil it, but
yeah, no, that's why I'm
yeah,
yeah,
don't spoil the
but
ending.
it's a good movie, and I recommend watching it.
okay. I got one. Shoot 'em up.
Ugh.
Shoot 'em up with guns.
Bonnie and Clyde.
There is there is a love story in
He's
that
There's a
not,
love
movie.
he's
story
not
in it.
wrong. He's not
There's a
wrong.
love
He's not.
story
There
in
is a
it.
love
But that's
story
not
in
what
the
you watch that
movie.
movie for.
The love story is
No.
definitely more wild and passionate than what you would normally see, but yes, there is a love story and shoot 'em up.
Movie
said,
we
Bonnie
gotta
and Clyde.
watch. A movie we gotta watch, by the way. In
Well,
Discord
you know,
one night.
there's
I would
also the movie starring Atomic called Children of Men.
Man.
Ronan, do you have one?
Um,
Because I'm about to, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a list and I'm about to go through it. Like I said, this is
I have a hard time thinking of one. I know one we already brought up about, like, you know,
Can't be
movies with romantic elements in it. Terminator is definitely a good one, I would say. I know a lot of people have seen it,
but look
like
again.
look at it more from like a romantic aspect between Sarah Connor and Kyle Reese, I would say, because it's pretty interesting. The other one, maybe Shaun of the Dead, to be honest, because there's a
Ooh.
lot of comedy and,
Yeah,
and
you're
there's
right.
zombies in that one, but there's also a love story in there between Sean and Liz. You
Yep.
know how
Hell,
they were going out
Underworld.
with each other.
Okay,
That
He
relationship
did
broke up.
everything to save her.
Yes,
Ronan,
everything he was doing in
another
that whole
one.
story was to save her and his family and friends. And
The World's End.
you know,
The World's
at
End.
the
That
very least, he was
also
able to
has that.
save. Yeah, well, the World's End is more about brotherhood than it is.
Yeah,
No,
I
I know it
romance.
is, but like they're kind of like rekindling something and all that in that relationship, and like
Right.
they're old.
No, of course, but again, it's more of a brotherhood aspect than
Yeah,
it is
I'm
a
not.
romantic aspect.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm not
But I
saying.
get
I'm
what you're
saying there's
saying,
something
though.
similar.
You're
Yeah.
right. No, there's elements that can be considered similar, but Shaun of the
Yeah.
Dead, from a romantic aspect, like love and everything like that. There's it's definitely there, and it's interesting between Shaun and Liz, and I appreciate that film as well too because of a lot of the homages that they do with some of the older zombie films.
Well, if you like Shaun of the Dead, if you like Simon Pegg in general, he done 2 movies that don't get talked about enough. Well, one he got talked about, but the other one didn't. There's a movie called Run Fat Boy Run where he
Yes, I have
Okay.
seen
Yes.
Run Fat Boy Run,
Run
so I
Fat
know
Boy
which
Run where
one
he
with
where
it.
he's
Mhm.
he's fighting to get his family back. He's
Yes.
literally running
Trying to
a
lose weight
marathon
and doing the marathon so that he
to
can
show
prove
that he's willing to
he's able to
stop for it.
change for his wife and his son. Yeah.
And the
No,
other
I've
one
seen that one. It's
Yeah,
good.
the other
You
one is
know
called Man Up. It's got the I can forget the voice actor's name, the girl, but he's basically it's kind of goes to the British romance comedy, but
Mhm.
he's a guy who's trying to meet a girl and he meets the wrong girl and they end up getting together. She lies because she likes him and everything, and it's a really cute little like rom-com about them like misunderstanding and then coming together.
Okay. All right.
Starship
All right.
Troopers.
You know what? I can so imagine. I can so imagine when Comics Dad starts running and Comics Queen says, "Run, fat boy, run."
She'll have a spoon like, I'm coming after you, motherfucker.
Oh, man.
Anyway, y'all ready for the list here? I got a
Yeah,
shit
let's
ton
do
of them.
this.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
so starting with What If. This is Daniel Radcliffe and Zoe Kazan. I gotta say this, she is a very good actress.
Yes.
She has not got the makeup or not makeup, the work done and everything, so she can still freaking emote. What do you say?
She's
Forrest-
not wrong.
Forrest Gump.
True.
Yeah.
Fuck Jenny.
A little
Yeah,
one
for
I
real.
want to throw out
This-
to bring up
this-
Zoe
but this-
Kazan. Go ahead.
This is Zoe Kazan. It has Daniel Radcliffe. It also has I forget Kylo Ren.
Adam Driver. Yeah.
Adam Driver
Adam
plays
Driver.
his friend,
Yeah.
and it's actually a really cute movie about 2 awkward people just trying to make it in the world. Now, of course, she's got a boyfriend, and it's got to go things around that. But it's
Okay,
really
Comics
decent.
Queen. He's fat. He's thick. He's fat.
Just a quick one that I'd throw out with Zoe Kazan
hang
as well
on.
too. Just for me, at least, Ruby Sparks. I know you're not big on Paul Dano Campia. That I do remember. You're not big. Yes, there we go.
I
know
I
you're-
do love this movie. I don't like.
No,
Big
I
fan
know
of
you
Paul
like
Dano.
the movie.
Well, they're actually married. Him and Zoe Kazan are
Right?
actually married.
Yes. Mhm.
But Ruby Sparks, agree. Like, go ahead and talk about it.
It's a really good movie. Like I don't know if this is like a big spoiler on it, but like Paul Dano's an author. He's writing a story about a love story about a girl known as Ruby Sparks.
Yeah.
One day he wakes up, finds out she's literally alive, just came out of the pages, and she's a living, breathing human. Honestly, that's a love story that when I watched it, it hit pretty personal to me. I'm not gonna lie, and it was like there's something about it that really tugged at me. The fact that he brought somebody he really wanted to life, and then as it goes on,
I
don't
don't
give away
think
the
I've
ending.
seen
Don't
this
give away the
one.
ending.
yeah, no, I won't spoil the ending, but it's a really good story. I will say that.
I
And
don't think I've
it
seen
hit
this
me
one.
pretty hard. I'll say,
It's
but it's good.
really. I've got it on. If you ever want to watch it, I've got it here.
No,
Basically,
not
he
that one.
creates her. Oh,
I'm sorry, but Comics Dad said The Ringer.
Oh, The
I
Ringer.
don't say I don't think I've seen
oh,
that
I've
one.
got the ringer. It's on here.
Yeah.
It's.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
It's a
Oh wow!
relationship-
I just
There it
posted-
is. I was just
You
gonna
see
bring it
it?
up too.
When the fuck did we get Oscar? Yeah. So basically, it's a movie about a guy who has to fix the Special Olympics, and he goes in and he falls in love with Katherine Heigl, who's
My favorite race.
one of the volunteers there, and but he's acting like
Special
like a
needs person,
special needs
basically.
person,
Yeah.
so she doesn't know. And it's the great thing about the movie is they don't make fun of the special needs people that are in it.
No,
The
no.
special needs people make fun of the regular people, and I
Right.
love it.
Phantom
It
Pain
is
is still there now.
It's so good.
I actually went to the theater and watched it. I loved it. I saw it opening night. The next one is, of course, I got to bring this one up because I'm Irish. P.S. I love you.
Yeah, Gerard Butler.
Yeah, it's about a story. Hilary Swank, her husband dies, and she's got to. What does that say?
Oh,
He fat. Rejected the comment. Go ahead.
It's about her, being upset, being she's
welcome to the club, MPZ.
she's not happy. She's hurting. She's in pain, and his last thing he does for a year is he leaves her little notes every month or something like that. It might have been every year. I think it might have been over a 5-year period, but he leaves her like birthday things every year and say, you're going to do this, you're going to do this. And he ends up leaving her a trip to Ireland. She goes to Ireland, meets one of his best friends, and they fall in love.
Ooh.
And it's a good story. It's like, it's one of those where she's not leaving her husband for this guy. It's just she's finding love somewhere else. And it's cute.
So another movie, I don't know if this classifies as a romance movie, Greenland. It's focusing on the family rekindling their love as a meteor is coming to destroy the planet.
It's more of an action movie than
it's more of action, but it's got heavy romance in it because it's about these two.
It's about the family. I mean, you could say that with most any movie that's a disaster movie.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to fight to save the person you're with. Sliding Doors is another one. That's Gwyneth Paltrow. It basically is a movie about her being two people. Like she goes and she gets on, I say a tube, but they say tube in the movie because it's a British movie, but it's she gets on the subway, and there's another version of it. They show basically both back to back of her not making the subway. She makes the subway. She finds her husband is cheating on her. She creates a new life around that. The other half of her doesn't find him cheating, and she's living on with that. And it's kind of like, it's literally two movies in one. And then in the end, they come together, and it's just really I think it's a good story about like what your life would be if this had happened, if this hadn't happened. Would
kind
you
of like
find love again?
Like, I get not multiverse, but like kind of alternate timeline kind of story.
It's literally like you see one part, and then it shows the other part, like, and you can tell.
It's like a Wonderful Life scenario movie. It's
but seeing both at the same time. That's a good point, Phantom. Let's see another one. Cinderella is a timeless story. We all know Cinderella is a love story, and I think Ever After is one of the best of them because this one was like it gives you I hate to say it, the modern woman, but it also gives you the fact that she's just looking for love. And I think this out of Cinderella movies, the 2016 is decent. Fuck you, Shad. I know he loves that movie, but I think that this one is the better movie. Let's see. Next is Stardust. Doesn't get talked about enough.
I love Stardust, dude. He's having technical difficulties right now.
No, somebody knocked on my door.
Hey, you gotta remember, Robert De Niro played a gay man in that fucking movie.
Dude, he was funny as shit in it, though.
Oh, it was, yeah.
And then gotta forget who else was in it, but it's about a star.
Charlie Cox, Henry Cavill.
It's about a girl who is a star. She's literally a falling star, and she gets brought to Earth. It's got magical elements, and she's got to make her way back home. She falls in love with this boy, Tristan, who he's just a shop boy. He's just a guy that works a grocery store kind of thing, but he dreams for more. Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer's in it. He dreams of more, and they've got a wall that separates them from a magical world, and he goes to the magical world to find her, and everything kind of ensues from there. I don't want to give away a lot because it does give away a lot of story, but they go from regular life to magical life. And
I forgot Ricky Gervais was in there.
Yeah, he's in it for like 5 minutes.
And then Ian McKellen's the narrator.
I'm not going to say much about these. If you're watching these, you know these movies. Serendipity, which is Kate Beckinsale, my favorite actress, and John Cusack. And you got Kate Leopold, which is Hugh Jackman. The cool thing about this one is he comes from 18th century and he finds a wormhole and he ends up in modern life. And he's the guy that created elevators. And when he's in the modern life, the elevators stop working. And so it's kind of funny joke through the story.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Also, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is a love story too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Robin Hood. Most any Robin Hood adaptation would be, except for the Charlie Hunnam. I think they didn't do the romance in that. Let's see. In Your Eyes. I've told you about this. It's written by Joss Whedon. It's about a girl and a guy. One lives in New Mexico. One lives in Connecticut, and they can see through each other's eyes since they were kids. And it's kind of a thing about their friendship building and then building to more. I'm not going to go more into that. If you want to see it, it's actually really interesting. It's more drama than it's got comedy, but it's more drama and romance than anything. The Holiday, great movie with that you was talking about Jack Black. I think I enjoyed him and Kate Winslet better than I did oh my God, Titanic. Better than Leonardo DiCaprio on her.
Yeah.
And it's got Cameron Diaz and Jude Law. Jude Law is great in this movie. Jude Law gives it his all. He is having such a good time.
He's a pretty good actor.
He's a great
pretty underrated.
Let's see. Chocolat.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp. It's not really focused on the love story of the him and her, even though that is going on. It's more about the love of the town and the love of the family and stuff like that. I really think it's a good romance. And my last one is Christopher Lambert in Greystoke, The Legend of Tarzan. Tarzan fall in love with Jane. It's got Andy McDowell in it. It's VHS. I just literally found this. I'm going to meet Christopher Lambert in Florida next weekend, so I'm gonna get him to sign it as well as the sword.
Nice.
I think that's. I was telling you, somebody's knocking at my door. I think that's the guy with the sword. So, so we'll see about that. But it's just a lot of those movies. I understand they're more for women, more trained towards women, but it's just like the thought of love and romance. It's just it makes me feel good. It makes me
it's
feel
heartwarming.
Yeah. And like I watched some of those Hallmark movies. They're not all great. They're not all good or bad, but a lot of them are bad. But I feel like that romance movies are something that you watch to just give yourself like you're watching a fire. It gives yourself just a very relaxed mood, a very happy mood. And that's why I enjoy these so much.
And then there's a lot of newer romance movies like cheating.
Yeah, where I don't want to, but that's what it is. Like I was looking through the list we have here, which we ain't gonna bring up the list. Okay. When I was looking through the list, and it's like a lot of the movies you see that are popular have not been. It's literally like 98 to 2000 or something, and then everything after that really didn't make money like it should have.
I mean, Comic Dad's right.
What he said?
Comic said John Wick. They killed the last thing the love of his life gave him, and then the Baba Yaga returned.
Yeah. That's not the main point of the story, though. The main point of the story is him getting revenge for it. But
yeah,
but yeah, it's like the modern movie now is like the modern audience is not into men loving women and women loving men, or even if it's the same couples. It's not about love. It's about your own self-preservation. That's what these movies are about now, and that's what we've lost when it comes to romance movies. Like it's not about I love this girl.
The connection.
Yeah, it's not about the connection. It's about what can you do for me. And that's just it's sad. I would love a return to this, but because of streaming, I don't think it will be. We'll still get movies here and there, but streaming just has pumped out like Hallmark movies. So we're not going to get anything as big as we did in the 90s and 2000s. Any other thoughts of that? No,
these hoes ain't loyal. No, I'm kidding.
You're not wrong.
Half kidding. But okay. Anyways, yes. I would wish for a return where romance movies are more from a traditional aspect. But if you do unconventional stories, like at least still have some of those more traditional and classical aspects. You know, just with a little bit of a twist with a happy ending at the end. But that's just me.
I think like I said, I don't think we're going to get a lot of. At least we're not going to get a lot of romance stories from Hollywood. I think Angel Studios and like stuff like that, they're going to be pumping out more of that because they had that one with Neil McDonough. I think he was playing like Satan or something like that.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
And it was like a multiversal movie, but this guy was pursuing the woman he loved.
The Shift, I think it was called.
Yeah, The Shift, like and then like Neil McDonough was trying to manipulate him the entire time. Turn him away. And all that, and it's a good movie. Like,
yep.
And but like I think a lot of romance stuff like that we are used to will come more from indie studios, more from things outside of the main entertainment complex. I think that's a given. I think, but I think, like, for example, also there's a few other movies that came out from indie films. I just can't remember the name of them right now.
Ooh, where's that?
Ooh,
That's the sword.
He's
I'm gonna
armed.
get signed.
Nice.
Nice, dude. Yeah, the point is like I think we're gonna get a lot more of it from indie films, from indie studios and all that.
Pretty much. I think modern romance movies are dying out.
Well,
You
they're
know,
dead.
it's the need. Yeah, they're dead. They're pretty much dead because after I would say 2016, you're not getting the conventional. You're literally, if it's a romance movie, it's more softcore porn than a romance movie at this point.
Yeah,
It's nothing. It's like Skinamax.
Well,
You get tits and ass and a lot of sex scenes, and there's just
romance
no
is
type of
romance
in it.
Romance is dead. The kink is what's in.
Yep.
It's literally these
50
kink
Shades of
things.
Grey. 50 Shades of Grey is what brought that into existence. You know?
mm-hmm. And
And
yeah,
Once again,
ridiculous.
a fetish. A
Yeah.
fetish has taken over the genre. A fucking fetish.
Not just one, multiple fetishes have taken over.
except for atomic
Not that
fetishes.
one. Not that one.
Just look at Vagabond and Feet. But yeah, I think that's all we got, Phantom.
All right, so let's go around the horn and we get out here because we're almost at 2 hours today.
Wow, I
Yeah,
didn't
we-
realize it
yeah.
went that long. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, we went
Yeah.
kind of surprising,
We
honestly.
went-
But I'll
well,
go
I
first
mean,
again.
you had two fucktards that went off on 20-minute tangents here, which was all right. It was fun.
About romance.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys
but
love
yeah.
the fucking tangents,
Yes,
okay? I'm like the mauler of this group.
That's
Yeah.
true.
all right,
Except
so
more retarded.
Ronan, what you got going on?
Yes. So tomorrow I will be aiming for try and attempt. I don't know if it will actually happen or not, but I will try to attempt to do 3 streams tomorrow since I have a day off. I will be doing another Fallout stream. I'll be doing another Claire Obscure stream, and I'm really enjoying the game. I don't want to put spoilers, but let's just say I got to a point in the game where somebody important died, and that shocked the hell out of me. And I'm not gonna lie,
I'm gonna play it at some point. So don't
Oh,
I'm
so
not
is that
gonna
the
lie,
part
but-
where is that the part where Hayden cried like a little bitch?
that's the part where I could feel my tear ducts starting to swell up, and I'm like, holy shit, this might be the first ever game that makes me shed tears. But aside from that, what else is there? Right, there's those 2 gaming streams, and I'll also be streaming with Isaac for the Golden Age podcast.
I'm so
or
sorry.
as we like to call the Golden Shower podcast sometimes. We got Nick from The Clock Strikes Back as the special guest on the stream. We also got
Hell,
Chell
Nick.
showing up on the stream as well too. Or sorry, let me rephrase. K Jelly, just for you, Campia. Throughout the rest of the week, I'll also be doing some streams on my own channel as well. Again, either Claire Obscure or Fallout. And then on Thursday, you can watch these nerds stream for the homies like they always do. And I'm going to steal AP's line. Buy the merch. And then Saturday and Sunday, I'll be back
You
here
son
again
of a
with the
bitch.
gaming stream and matinee with the homies.
You don't know that for sure. You don't know his mama.
All right, you bitch. No,
Atomic Basket. I mean, Atomic Patriot. What you got going on?
Ouch.
Damn.
No, yeah, you can find me on YouTube. I upload Monday through Fridays at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. So I upload there anything from Hollywood topics and all that, entertainment, games, comics, Rippaverse stuff, a lot of Rippaverse stuff. And you can find me on X, where I just, I'm very political there. I'm also very opinionated. I don't really care what people's feelings in there, but you can find me on Critic List, where I do movie reviews, and you can find me on Kick, where I do nothing. And you can also join the Discord, where we do watch parties, and we have a lot of good topics, and we do anime. We do anime watch parties. We're gonna be watching after the Off the Hip stream tomorrow, which I'll be on. I'm gonna be freaking streaming the next episode of one of the worst shows on the planet, and yes, I'm going to a level of delaying this, but we're going to be watching Starfleet Academy. So
Today, Junior. Yeah, but yeah,
I'm
okay.
just messing with
well,
you.
I'm sorry, I'm just giving you guys
All right.
AP, hurry the fuck up! I want to eat.
I am M. Oh, bye.
My
I
bad.
am MWU fan. You can find me on X. You can find me on Criticalist under that. I actually released my first video about in memory of oh my god, James Vanderbeek.
Yeah.
Because I love
don't even remember the video.
I love Dawson's Creek. Yeah, that's one of the romance things I enjoy. So so go watch that video if you want to. Also, I forgot to show this earlier, but it is the Princess Bride. I don't want to say poster. It's a painting, but it has every word from the Princess Bride that made the painting, and I really like that. I want to show that off. But you can find me here with the homies. I am the Sugar Honey Iced Tea memer of the GCA and the For the Homies. I am not the shit meme king though. That is up here, and you can find us here on Matinee. Next week we're going to be going back to our Black History Month, and we're going to do black comedies. And this Friday, we're going to be watching Meteor Man. So thank you for joining us. Back to you, Phantom.
Yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you guys Thursday night for the Homies podcast, where we're in the Discord Wednesday. We're going to be watching Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, because we're going to be fan writing it.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that.
We're going to be fan taking it
I'm
on
definitely joining in for that.
Thursday,
Douchebag.
and
There's
next
only
Saturday.
3 Indiana Jones movies.
Yep,
And
I agree with that.
next Saturday night, we're going to be back playing with the crew on Among Us. Wow, Ronan Rage quit. But yeah, thank
That
you
was
guys.
so
and
delayed.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys Thursday night for the Homies podcast. I'm Phantom X. He's Atomic Ebola, whatever. He's the Dollar Tree
Wow.
Rey Mysterio. He's running the Rage Quitter. We're the homies. We're out. Peace out, everybody. Have a good rest of your
Like the
day.
stream,
Like
homies.
the stream, homies.
Like the stream, homies.
And Phantom, don't be gay.
Don't be gay, camp ya.
Don't be gay,
I mean,
Phantom.
Ronan,
Don't be gay,
we know
Ronan.
your favorite movie is Brokeback Mountain.
Don't be
Just
gay.
saying.